Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today, I'm gonna talk about reorganization and realignment. Since February, nagkakaroon kami ng restructuring ng buong company. Before I'll go to the topic, I just wanna share my realization na when you start a business, mas maganda kung meron ka ng maayos na foundation. What do I mean by maayos na foundation? Well, it depends on the business or nature of business, or also depend on your goals as a business owner. Pero kung ang goal natin is lumaki yung business, madadami yung mga tao natin, before tayo magkaroon ng business na plano na natin, na-align na natin yung company, nagkaroon tayo ng better understanding doon sa paano nga ba ang isang negosyo nagra-run, ano-ano yung mga department na dapat or roles na positions na dapat ma-realign natin. Let's say with the HR department, sales and marketing, accounting, dapat meron na tayong designated department in terms of job description. Dapat klaro doon sa tao kasi it gives us better direction and better alignment, not only doon sa company but also yung people, especially if you are offering a services. Well, sa amin kasi service ang ino-offer namin. So, I consider our people as parang sila yung machines. Unlike pag ang business mo is you have products or manufacturing, meron kang machine talaga na gumagawa nun. So, parang we really have to plan ahead if we want our business to succeed talaga or malesen yung ating haharapin in the future. We really have to plan and anticipate all the circumstances that will happen. Kasi for sure, it will happen. Lahat ng business owners may struggling part talaga. Pero kung meron na tayong better plan or nakapag-start tayo ng better foundation, and which is ito yung sinasabi ko na dapat talaga meron ng structure, meron ng alignment yung buong process. I think October 2020, we only have 1 employee. Tapos to ngayon, almost 30. Feeling ko hindi kami masyadong naging ready doon. So that's why we are having reorganization and realignment. For me, reorganization and realignment are the process that our company is undergoing to improve efficiency and effectiveness, to have a better alignment with our goals, yung mission and vision ng company. We're not doing this lang alone. We have a consultant na nag-guide sa amin kung paano to mas magiging mabilis and effective. Kasi syempre, we're doing this na nasabay namin doon sa regular na trabaho. So, right now, yung mga tao namin talagang double time. Pero ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng reorganization and realignment? For me, yung realignment, based on yung current situation namin ngayon, yung realignment na ginagawa namin is restructuring yung internal processes. Restructure ng departments, ng teams, and yung processes to better meet yung objectives namin. Kasi until now, wala kaming key performance indicator dun sa ano yung position ng tao, ano yung job description. I think we're 30% na yata. Nasa 30% na kami. And gusto namin ito matapos bago buong April matapos na. And magkaroon na talaga ng processes. And also, nagkakaroon kami ng redesigning of workflows to streamline the operation and improve our communication and to have a better collaboration doon sa per department or even doon sa external like clients and future partners. When it comes to redirecting naman, we are adjusting company's objectives. Oo, parang ganun yung ginagawa namin ngayon. Ina-adjust namin yung company's objectives our priorities and yung responsibilities to ensure that our company have a better alignment with our mission, vision, and goals. Especially ngayon na tinaasan namin yung target sales namin for 2024. And we realized na parang hindi kami ganun ka handa, especially sa sales and marketing. So, just like our consultant said, na parang yun yung kailangan talaga namin mabigyan ng focus. Nagkakaroon kami ng shifting sa resources, like, what do I mean by resources? We also added services na makakatulong pa doon to generate leads and sales income sa aming sa company. Nagkakaroon kami ng redesigning ng roles and responsibilities ng lahat, from the CEO to lahat ng roles. So, yun yung parang realignment para mas maging align lahat. Kasi realignment. Kaya naman to na namin ginagawa to really ensure that the company is moving in the right direction. You can actually check our website www.ien-goc.com to check. We're really professionalizing our operation. Once na matapos namin to, mas magiging madali for everyone and also for the company and me also as one of the leaders. Hindi ako na masyadong mahihirapan. Especially sa side ng HR, from onboarding, hiring, and all, lahat yon nagkakaroon talaga ng ng maayos na process. So this is really a reorganization and realignment. I hope na na-explain ko sa inyo the best way I can, kasi this is just my experience and my own understanding about doon sa sinabi kong realignment and reorganization, kasi yun yung ginagawa namin at this very moment. Overall, reorganization and realignment are very essential essential processes for the company to stay competitive. Kasi ngayon, nadadaanan namin pati yung mga, parang we also having comparative report with our competitors, kung paano rin kami sasabay dun sa trend, and also lalo ngayon, syempre sa innovation, ang dami nang lumalabas na pwede ka na lang, yung dating ginagawa natin before na one day, ngayon sa isang click mo lang, in just a minute or seconds or hour, pwede ka nang makakuha ng result. So, kumbaga, yun, nakukonsider namin yun right now while we are having a reorganization and realignment. Alam nyo, mas na-address dito yung efficiencies and how we are going to respond to internal and external changes affected by yung continuous na evaluating or continuous na parang changes ng society. Umabot ako ng society. Yeah, yun talaga yung everyday changes ng environment natin, we really also have to adapt. And for me, the best way is for you to have company realignment and reorganization, or doon sa mga gusto pa lang mag-start ng business, better is i-set up na natin ng mas maayos, yung mas streamline na natin yung processes, ma-professionalize na natin yung operation natin before tayo mag-start or mag-operate ng business. Even if kumbaga wala pa tayong parang in 1 year saka pa lang natin nakikita na magkakaroon tayo ng mga tao, pero pag na-separate mo yung mga job description and yung key performance indicator nila, mas madali sa kanilang magtrabaho Bottom line nito is gusto natin ma-measure lahat ng ginagawa ng mga tao natin for us to have a better processes and also better recognition doon sa mga tao or employing nagbibigay talaga ng parang yung nagkakaroon ng talagang commendable or dapat ba natin silang increasean. So, dapat magbe-base tayo doon talaga sa KPI nila. And that's one thing na alam kong sobrang na-improve at mai-improve namin for this year processes. And, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope marami kayong natutunan sa topic ko for today. Thank you so much pala doon sa mga nagsasend sa akin ng messages inquiring about DTI cancellation or any related videos na napapanood nila. Madalas hindi po ako nakakasagot talaga ng mas mabilis sa YouTube channel ko. Pero once na nag-message kayo sa Facebook namin, sa Facebook page namin, which is ilalagay ko din po yung link sa description box. But IEN Business Consultancy, you can check this out po. You can message our page and mayroon naman pong sumasagot doon agad para ma-address yung concerns nyo and to help you. Or if you want to get our services, just feel free to contact us Facebook or visit our website www.ien-goc.com. Thank you so much. Bye!